Everybody, this is a really important story. This is a really important story.
It's another story, a really funny story. This is about the time me and my friend Keith Robinson got locked up together.
You know, I'm gonna give you a history lesson, because I'm sure this wasn't on your entry exam. But every naturalized American has heard something about what I'm about to tell you. Picture it's the early 50s in the United States.
Stories are powerful. You can learn with stories, you can teach with stories, you can influence with stories, you can inspire with stories. And the power that it's in a story is its ability to connect with people on an emotional level, and its ability to ignite curiosity in us. Let me give you an example. If you've ever seen the shows like Killer Wives, First 48, Deadly Women on Investigation Discovery, you understand what I'm talking about. Now you're watching one of these stories, right? Of how someone killed his neighbor. And just right before the end of that story, they introduce another story, the next story. And now you've seen the next story and you're curious. You want to know what happened. And you watch the first story, but because you've seen the beginning of that story, you continue watching. You watch the second story. And right before the end of the second story, they introduce another story. And you've seen it. You've seen the beginning. Now you're curious. You want to see the end. What happened? You're sitting there, and then you watch the third story. And before you know it, you're sitting in front of your TV, watching Investigation Discovery for 4 hours, 5 hours. That is the power of story. Channels like Investigation Discovery, they take advantage of that natural desire that we have to listen to stories. They take advantage of it, and that's fine. That's good. And something that you have to know is that the little child that lights up anytime he or she hears the words "once upon a time," that little child is still in every one of us. It's still there. And now as an adult or as a teenager or whatever, it may no longer be once upon a time. It could be something like, let me tell you something that happened at the mall today. Or you can't imagine what happened to that woman. Those words, they ignite our curiosity. You want to know what happened at the mall. You want to know what happened to the woman. Tell me more. I want to hear more. That is the power of a story. Now the question is, why is that important? Why do you care? You that is watching this channel, why is that important to you? Some of the greatest conversations that you will ever have are conversations that contain stories in them. Conversations with your child, with a friend, with a brother, conversations with a stranger. These conversations come to life when you have stories in them. The conversations become powerful and deep and memorable when there are stories in them. For example, you can tell your child why he or she needs to be respectful. That's fine, but when you add a story to that conversation, it becomes powerful. It becomes deep. It sticks. It becomes memorable. That is why you have to take it seriously. And the good thing is that in every one of us lies that natural born storyteller that is waiting to let go, that is waiting to be brought out. And so you need to start thinking about how to tell your stories, how to put your stories in conversations with anybody, with strangers, how to craft your stories. And so you need to start thinking of how to incorporate stories into the conversations that you're having with your family, with your friends, with strangers, and to make your conversations more meaningful and more powerful. And remember, the whole essence of this channel is to help us develop relationships, important relationships, support systems, a rich social network. That is the essence of this channel. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, What are you waiting for? Please make sure to subscribe. And until next time, stay connected.
With